Welcome to Victory Lane. You made it. Congratulations, you place first.
We'll make a cake today that looks rich. Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
Crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
Crack, crack, crack egg into the bowl.
M-I-X the flour into the bowl.
M-I-X and flour into the bowl.
Baking a cake, yes, means you gotta try. I'm doing this for years, but don't ask me why. Butter, butter, butter joins the bowl.
Butter, 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 butter joins the bowl.
You're making us a cake that you've never seen before.
Make us a cake that you never seen before. Make us a
Heat up the oven, now we're on a roll.
Heat up the oven, now we roll.
Cheap, cheap, cheap's the name of my soul.
Cheap, 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 name your soul.
The other day, I was called a little turkey, but I'm a chicken, got it? Your beef jerky. Put the cake in the oven for a while.
Put cake in oven for a while.
Leave it there, come on, clean the pile.
Leave there, come clean, pie.
Put the cake in the oven for a while.
Put cake oven for a while.
Leave it there, come on, clean the pile.
Leave it there, come on, clean, pie.
Here, I got a little sample.
Here, I don't have a
Cause ample time's just what we don't have.
Cause money time's just what we don't have. Cause money
The
is
chicken in the kitchen is making all the sound. The cake is done while we were sitting around. All we gotta do is apply the final touches.
all we gotta do is apply final touch. All we gotta do is
Take out the shrimp, the clam, and the perches.
take out the shrimp, clam, and perch. Take out the
perch goes here, the clam goes there.
perch goes here, the clam goes here, the clam.
The little tiny shrimps just go everywhere.
The little tiny strip just goes everywhere.
Whatever you likes in the middle, fiddle.
Whatever you like, whatever in the middle, fiddle.
Seafood cake comes just like the riddle.
Seafood cake, seafood comes just like riddle.
Okay, that wasn't so hard, was it?
No problem. But how'd you get out the TV?
STPL. Hello guys and welcome to today's SCTPL. Right now I'm quickly just adding someone to the database. It's a new player for Wico that I didn't know was playing. He must have subbed in. But that's all well and good. Hopefully you guys are having a great Wednesday. I almost thought it was Monday. I'm glad it's Wednesday though because it means we're close to finishing the week. But there we go. starting the stream off with my usual high energy as per always. So it's all good. But I've just added him to the database there so I can quickly get everything loaded and then we can go into the lineups and everything. Now I don't know what you guys have been up to this week, but I have been watching Squid Game. I'm about halfway through, so please don't spoil anything. Although I guess there's not really much to spoil. Like it's given the context of the show, I mean I'm guessing everyone is gonna die or some shit. Like it's probably not going to end well for most of the characters. And there's one character that I definitely like who is 100% going to die because that's what happens with every character like in anything. So I basically know for a fact that he is gone and it's kind of sad, but there we go. So this was Wonder, Fear, Dark, Holyworld, Blue Storm, Neo Electric, Marathon, Judgment Day, and then I've just got to add all of the other players as well. Okay, so we're back. We can actually go into everything now. This is the first day of week 9. You know what? Just to go through it again, because this is like the most well, it's actually for seeding the most important week in the entire tournament, so it's pretty important we have a look. If we take a look over here, you'll see the top 6 teams will be the ones that are qualifying. Now, IRK are safely through in first place. No one can catch up with them. Even if IRK lose 4-0 and Wico win 4-0, there's nothing they can do. They can't overtake IRK. You've got Wico and Naz, Wico, Naz, and Starcast all tied up with 5 and 2. Naz are going to be playing against IRK. Wico are playing today against CWT, and Starcast are playing against pSi. So Naz are essentially, I mean, when you look on paper, going to have to beat IRK, and they will be the first team to do so this season if they want to secure one of the top 3 places, because otherwise they will drop below Starcast and Wico. I mean, it could be that pSi and CWT are going to beat Wico and Starcast, but that's going to be a tough match for them, so I don't want to bet on them just yet. Obviously, the series are not over until the series is over, so we'll have to find out what's going to happen, but Ash and Red following up behind. Now, Ash are actually playing off against Red, so if Red can beat Ash 4-0, they will overtake Ash and take the 5th seed, but even then, it doesn't matter. The bottom 2 teams play against each other in the playoffs, so regardless of who wins, they'll just get a little bit of extra pride knowing they finished above each other, but they'll be playing off against each other in round 1, and then the next team will move on to face the 4th seed, move on to the 3rd seed, move on to the 2nd seed, and then move on to the grand final. So, let's get started with week number 9. Let's have a look at the matchups we're going to be seeing in our first series today. We're going to start with a TBT between Lick and KH. We're going to have a PvP between Wonder and Speed, a PvZ between Fear and Chiak, and a PvT between Dark and Jugja. So we've got one of every matchup, along with a TBT this time, so that's good for me. I'm kind of glad about that. Hopefully the stream is okay, by the way. I can see my bitrate is like very bad. I don't know why, but hopefully it's all good. My bitrate on OBS is fine. It's just on Twitch it's saying it's funny. But there's not anyone complaining in chat, so I'm not gonna worry about it too much. Just loading up the first replay. It is gonna be here on Holy World. Let's actually just show the map just while we're waiting for all the replay to load up and everything. If you've not seen Holy World before, where have you been this entire season? One of the cooler maps for TBT as well, and we've barely had any TBTs on here, so it's a bit of a shame. This map leads to some really sick TBTs, so the fact we never got any is a little bit rough, but oh well, that's how it goes. It's always the same, but yeah, you know what? That's how it is. So let's get into game number 1. Okay, starting us off down here in the bottom right hand corner in this TBT, fighting for Wico, it's KH. And his opponent spawning up here in the top left hand corner in the pink, fighting for CWT, it's Lick. I think his full name is actually Lick Nan, but I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to say that. Not only does it sound weird to say, I also don't want to say it. Now, I know that I know KH is talking about the latency, but it just makes me laugh, the idea of someone saying hi with a question mark. Now it looks like we are going to have Lick building his depot up the top. This will help him wall off with his command center. I do wonder if is he going to go for a 14cc. It is a 4-player map. It's a very good way to be able to get an edge early on. That would actually be pretty sick if he does do that. I've refreshed and my bitrate is caught up now. But the weird thing is, when I'm looking at my preview is like a long time behind what the actual game is. So maybe I am lagging. Like, anyone who's actually in chat, like, are you able to tell me if there's any problems? Okay. He's not going to, he's going to wall in, but he's not going 14cc. He's also going for a much quicker scout as well, so he will get the scouting information a little bit quicker, but the early game scout in TBT is not the most important scout. I mean, there isn't really too much your opponent could do to surprise you. I mean, you could get, like, BBS in the middle of the map or 8 racks, but honestly, it's not that good. So, I don't think we'll probably see that most likely. Now, it looks like KH is just checking down here for any proxies. Going to be heading on over to the bottom left-hand corner from here. Now, we should... This is such a... Why would you go for this weird wall off if you're going for gas? Because if you're going for gas, doing this kind of is unnecessary, and it also could lose you the game against 8 racks. But then I guess on a map where you're sort of low down, he is building his factory up in his natural as well, so he is going to be playing a little bit aggressive. But when your natural is on the high ground, if you get contained by Marines in a bunker, like, it's really, really bad. Black Sun says, who's this link? Never heard of. Is this Klauso? I don't know who that is, so unfortunately I can't answer the question. All I know is he's Lick from Germany, and yeah, he's Lick from Germany. He's on CWT. That's all I know, and he's played 4 games. He's not played a TBT yet, but he has. Oh wait, he has played a TBT, but he played against Terra and lost. So there we go. KH, this is his debut game in the STPL, so I don't have any data on him whatsoever, but it's all well and good. Mindflare saying it's Lickle with an L. There's no L in his name. It's LIC. Was that an exclamation mark? No, it's not. Also, if you say LICL, it reminds me of, what's the name of the fluid in Evangelion? Oh, we've got a proxy factory here. He's going to float a factory into the main base, most likely. Could also float around here and just run in from behind with vultures, but pretty good move. There is actually the barracks flying through another map as well. Now, where is he going to float this? Okay, he floats it behind, and he is going to try and be a little bit cheeky to get a win here. He's like, oh my god, he's actually building another factory. He's building an engineering bay to wall off. But KH knows. KH knows there's no expansion, so this is such a weird play. Like, this is 3-fact. He's going 3-fact vulture on 1 base. His opponent is going for one rack or 1 CC with a bunker. He does have a tank, but there's going to be vultures coming in behind from the bunker. Black Sun is saying Klauso is Terran from Germany and is / was in CWT. Okay. By the way, when I'm saying this, like, can you tell me the Okay, that is not an exclamation mark on Restream's chat, man. On Restream's chat, that is definitely not what I'm seeing. It looks like an L. Maybe I am blind, I don't know, but it's definitely not a fucking exclamation mark. On my screen, anyway. There we go, the first vulture is going to come in from behind. There's 2 getting ready to go in. Now, there is only 1 factory. There are 2 tanks in the main base. So, KH is kind of prepared for this already. But here we go, looks like the 2 vultures are going to run by. I guess he was expecting a vulture run by anyway. But looks like 2 more vultures going to come in from behind. Can he get another one? He hasn't flown his other factory in, but he's going Goliaths. This is such a weird opening. I have no idea what to expect from this, because I mean, I guess this just doesn't work. Like, how would this ever work? Surely this just loses to tanks, right? He's even got the armory, so, and he's showing that he's going Goliath. I don't know how you could ever make this work. When siege mode finishes, this game is essentially done. Like, it's an interesting choice. Maybe if he had 2 factories in the back, I could see this working. But KH can just push across the map and win. And look, he's even bought bought SCV to repair. Oh no, and he's leading him to his factory. You definitely don't want to do that. You want to run away from the factory and then run in behind him, but... I don't know. Okay, it looks like he's going to go into tanks behind this. I mean, I guess this is the best thing you could possibly do. He's still not got any machine shop back at home, so he's not going to be able to build tanks to defend. The Goliath is going to run off to the top right-hand corner to try and pull the units away as best he can. But Lick is going to show one of his units at the back here, so that should force him to think about turning around at some point. But looks like he is just going to push with this. There is so many units here, and there is only a single Goliath coming out of time to defend it. Now, he's building Goliaths here despite going for a machine shop. One of the Goliaths runs in and dies. There we go, GG. Lick taps out, KH wins game number 1. Okay, I'm gonna copy paste this. You know what? Can I bring up restream chat in here before I change scenes? I can, can't I? If I do window capture and then do... That's Brood War again, I don't want that. Where is the restream chat? Here we go. Look at this, right? Look at this and tell me it's an exclamation mark. If you zoom right in, you can see it, but look how hard that is to tell. That font is just not good for the exclamation mark. Like, if you zoom right in, you can see the, like, lack of pixels, but it looks like there's even a pixel joining them. Like, what's up with that? Why did they do that like that? But yeah, we'll be back in a couple of minutes with game number 2. Okay guys, welcome back. We're here for game number 2. Starting us off down here in the bottom left, doing something cheeky, setting up probe out already. It's Speed, fighting for Wico on Blue Storm. And his opponent spawning in the top right hand corner, completely unaware at the moment. It's in the Peach, it's Wonder fighting for CWT. Also, Red T45 saying, I'm guessing that's an exclamation mark, but to me that still looks like an L. Now we do have proxy gates coming up in Wonder's main. Is Wonder going to scout for this? That is the question. It's a risky situation to be in. When you have proxy gates in your main, if you can scout it, you can win easily. But who checks in their main base? Well, anyone who landed on IC Cup or even Remaster when they had Blue Storm in the pool should know the proxy gates in PvP on this map are incredibly common. You know what? If you play a 2-player map on ladder, you may as well just expect cheese every single game. It was the same in 2008 when I first started playing with Destination. It was the same in 2009 with Heartbreak Ridge, and it was the same the whole way through Brood War's lifespan with Blue Storm. The amount of times I got proxy 2 gated on this map is insane. Now luckily Wonder is going for 2 gates as well, but his opponent's gates are a little bit faster and he is in his base, so it's going to be a little bit rough here. Wonder probably isn't going to scout this, so we're definitely not going to see this. Is he going for a 3rd gate? Is he going to build a 3rd gateway here? Or is he going for a shield battery or something? Now Wonder does see the fact the probe has come from the top left-hand corner of his base. He should know that something is fishy, especially as he gets here and finds no pylon. Now there is a mana pylon coming up in the main. 2 gates in the main as well. Let's see what they can do with both of those. It's going to be 1 Zealot against 1 when we first get this out, but there is a probe here to help do some damage. There's no shield barrier coming up anywhere, so he is going to be relying entirely on Micro to be able to hold this off. But unless he can take supreme momentum, he kills the probe. But unless he can get the momentum here, he is going to be behind all the way. No mana pylons coming up on the other side. Wonder's probe is coming back to mine. It's going to be 2 Zealots against 1. There is a Zealot attacking the pylon in the main base. He does need to make sure he focuses down the Zealots. If he loses probes, it is game over. And looks like he has lost 2 probes so far, but he's still ahead in probes. Wonder, or Speed did. Wait, yeah, I've got this completely around the wrong way. I thought Speed was the Wico club. I thought Speed was the CWT player, but looks like Speed is doing his good job here with his... Wait, no, I got it the right way around. Wico are known for cheesing, so... Looks like we are going to have 2 Zealots against 1. The probe's coming up here to help. Good drill. Pushes the Zealots back for the time being. Still no shield barrier, though. I definitely think that would be well worth his time. Looks like there's no shield barrier from here either, but it's 5 Zealots against 4. No, 6 Zealots against 4, unless he can take this one out. Wonder is still mining with more probes, but there is that mana pylon kind of blocking things out. He's going to go for the Nexus, and that could be a very good choice. Oh my god, if he gets the pylon, that is going to completely unpower both of these gateways. One of them is not building. The momentum is going in the favor of Speed here, and I think that could be the downfall of Wonder here, because if he loses all his Zealots, which he is, these Zealots are still alive. The red Zealots on the screen right now are alive, and they are killing things quicker than you can possibly imagine. And with his gateways sitting idle, Wonder may have lost the game with this short macro mistake. He was focusing so hard on trying to micro against the Zealots that he forgot his macro, and that means he is in a lot of trouble. His probe's getting caught up here as well. That's going to be affording 2 Zealots after this even harder. It's 4 Zealots against 2 at the moment, 5 Zealots against 2. The Nexus is under attack, and this could very well be the end of the game. He has to pull everything. He has to save his Nexus. Another Zealot comes in, but great micro by Speed so far to keep them alive. Some of the probes still mining. Good move. Only 1 Zealot building at the moment, though. Back at home, there is another 2 gateways coming up, so Speed is thinking he may have held this here, but at what cost? They're now even on probes. Now Speed taking the lead on probes, and Wonder is still in very big trouble. His Nexus is still incredibly low. If he A-moves on the Nexus here, he could actually kill it. He's probably going to do that. That's what he's doing. He's moving around. He's microing, and there goes the Nexus. That is going to be game over. The only option Wonder has is to grab every single unit and attack right here, right now. The only trouble is if he leaves his buildings, they are going to be killed. Has he built a gas or something somewhere? Where has the last 100 minerals gone into? He's building a Zealot. Interestingly, Speed is pulling his Zealots back. He doesn't need to. He just needs to eliminate the buildings. There we go. GG. Wonder taps out. Speed, with a quick cheese, wins game number 2.
Ready? Ready?
Hello guys and welcome back. Spawning us off down here in the bottom right hand corner in the purple fight, sorry, in the yellow, fighting for CWT. It's Fia. And his opponent spawning up here in the top left hand corner, fighting for Wico in the purple. It's Chiak. Okay, so PvZ, the first PvZ of today. Now, one thing I will say is, I know Speed was called Speed, but it looks like he wanted to speedrun his game in that last series. That was probably one of the fastest games we've had in a long time. Although we have had a few 3-minute games recently. Okay, PvZ, what are we going to see here? It is on Neoelectric Circuit. PvZ, if the game goes longer, is actually pretty good on this map. I've become a big fan of this. Wait, did I say cannon and didn't finish my sentence? Probably as my preview is so far behind, I can't even remember what I said. So, like, chat reacting to something that I did, like, 30 seconds ago, 40 seconds ago. Yeah, it's like literally 30 seconds delay for me on my own preview, which is kind of weird. Usually there's like a 10-second delay on my stream, but not deliberately, it's just Twitch. But today there's like 30 seconds for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, I got myself distracted again somehow, but whatever. So Fia is walling in, using his forge at the bottom here, pylon on top. I don't think that's actually linked either, so a little bit of a weird wall, but Nexus coming up anyway. There's not much room for cannons here. I think you can only fit one row of cannons, which could be a problem if there is a Hydra Burst. One thing, just to go off topic for just a moment, while we're waiting for kind of anything to happen. The Halo Infinite beta, like the actual multiplayer release, has happened 2 days ago. And you know what? It's actually a lot of fun. I've been playing it on PC with some of my friends, and you know what? It's good. I've always kind of liked Halo. I didn't have an Xbox to begin with, but my friend had one, so I played it at his house. Then I got Halo 1 on PC and played it quite a lot. Then I played Halo 2 at my friend's house, and then I bought a 360 and got Halo 3. But I never actually played Halo 4 or Halo Reach until Master Chief Collection came out. Then I played Halo Reach quite a bit, but Halo 3, well, Halo 1 PC was my favorite up until now. Even though Halo 3 has got some good maps, like, Halo 1 is just still the best one. But Halo Infinite's pretty good. Halo 1 is decent. But yeah, Halo Infinite's decent. Definitely worth a go. It's free as well. It's free to play. It's like 20 gig to download. If you have any, like, thought that you might like Halo, it's definitely worth playing. The other one, I played Battlefield 2042. There's like a 10-hour beat you can get with Game Pass, and yeah, I was playing that with a friend and enjoying that as well. The helicopters are fun, so that basically is all I want from a Battlefield game. I like flying around in helicopters, and that's about it. Although I do like Battlefield 5 quite a lot. I played that a lot with my friends as well. Battlefield 5 is probably the best recent Battlefield for me. I like the World War II setting. It's a lot of fun. Planes are fun to use. Tanks are really, really fun. I still do prefer like RO2 and stuff like that, but I barely have the energy or want to play that recently, because to play that I take it really seriously, and like I like being squad leader and doing all the cool stuff, but I need to play like in a big group of people who are playing RO2 seriously to get like the full enjoyment out of it, and the people I used to play with haven't been playing as much anymore, so... Okay, looks like we are going to have the Lings moving out on the map, catching the Zealots here. The Zealots not going to be able to trade too efficiently when they're in the middle. Going to be taken down. A lot of Lings taking on this one Zealot right now, so he's not going to be able to get any damage done. Oh, and that's a very nice pick off. Chiak with very nice Ling movement to try and catch that Zealot. Doesn't quite stop it getting in. The probe tries to get in the way and doesn't manage it, but does kill it without really taking any damage. I think he lost maybe like 2 Lings throughout the entire engagement, which is like absolutely nothing. T45 saying kicks his game review, new show incoming. No, I'm not good enough or eloquent enough to review games. I just, while we were waiting for something to happen here, those are just the games I've been playing recently. I've also got back into Animal Crossing because they added a massive update for that. And they basically put all the stuff in that was missing from before that I really wanted and more. So they've essentially made it like the best Animal Crossing game. So it's good to be able to play that again. Animal Crossing definitely super relaxing, nice game to play. While it's quite a work, it's quite a good game to just pick up your Switch for, just play, pot around your island for a few minutes and then like work again. Really good. You don't have to concentrate super hard on it. And doing like the daily chores you can do kind of like gives you, as sad as it sounds, it gives you purpose. Right, we do have a photon cannon kind of... I can't say it. Photon cannon. Photon cannon? It is photon cannon. Cannon? Cannon? It's cannon, isn't it? Photon cannon. But it sounds weird, because photon is photon, and then cannon is cannon. It's not canon. Oh my god, I really hate English. I hate it. Okay, the Scourge came in looking for a Corsair there, but didn't quite manage to do it. Getting a little scout around. We do have cannons coming up in the... That's what I wanted to say. We have cannons coming up in the mineral line. He does know there's a Spire done. Wait, no, he doesn't know there's a Spire, but he's preparing for Mutas just in case. Yeah, that... T45 saying high service just proves to me that Restream need to change their font. Because I was like, why is he putting L on the end? And I'm like, wait, it's an exclamation mark. Now, it is a Hydra's coming out here, hoping to secure a 4th base. Now, interestingly, Chiak is going to choose to expand to 12 o'clock rather than the kind of more conventional top right hand or bottom left hand corners. Obviously, taking this base only gives you 1 extra gas rather than securing you the other gas and the mineral only. But maybe Chiak is expecting this game to end pretty soon. Maybe he's gearing up for a big engagement, a big attack in the middle. He does have quite a lot of Hydras already. His Hydra upgrades are coming in as well. And he is starting to move out on the map to show a little bit of strength, but no Lurker upgrade is done just yet, so we're not going to see a big Lurker contain to begin with. But the fact that Fear only has 1 cannon right now is kind of making me feel fear, because otherwise, if he doesn't get some more cannons, he is going to be in a lot of trouble. We've got Narcon coming in here as well. He's always blind countering Mutalisks that aren't coming. Now, having all these Corsairs are good anyway, but this Archon, imagine if this was 2 Storms. Right now, there are a ton of Hydras coming to, like, basically break down his front door. Okay, looks like the Corsairs coming out. They do get the Overlord, which was with this army, so a DT could pop out and save the day, but the Zealots, with their +1 damage, look like they could be enough. Now, it is going to be 2 attack first, rather than... It's going to be 2 attack first, rather than going for, what's it called? Okay, killing this gateway kind of feels pointless. Like, I don't get why you would do that at this point. But he is going to move out. He's not going for the armor upgrades first, which is kind of a little bit surprising. I've seen a lot of like 1-2 upgrades recently. So, okay, T45 says English pronunciation might be strange at times, but in German, now I'm going to say this, but I'm going to say it wrong. Umfahren is kind of the opposite of Umfahren, but I'm guessing they've got different pronunciations. So that's going to be really confusing. But it looks like we do have a single storm coming in here. Lots of Hydras going down. The +1 on the Zealots is doing so much. The Archon is doing a surprising amount of damage. Now the Corsairs do have to be careful, but the Hydras have been pushed back, and now he's fine. But I'm guessing it's like Umfaren and Umfaren, maybe? Is that the two pronunciations? When it's written, it looks the same, which means as a non-German speaker, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess it's like Willst du jemanden nicht umfahren, musst du ihn umfahren? Kana? Kanaってそれはそれを日本語で。アホか。That's Japanese, what the fuck? Kana is like, I wonder. But looks like we are having the Zealots pushing forward. Nice Storm again, only 2 kills though. But looks like we do have a big drop trying to come in. The Corsair's in a position to kind of counteract this though. Wait, it's not a drop, he just loaded up by accident. Looks like the Scourge coming back here. He should really turn around with the Dragoons and kill the Scourge, but I guess he's going to run back to his cannons. Mindflayer saying, nice one, Kick, speak more German. I can't speak German. My German pronunciation is awful. Trouble is, I learned German in what is the equivalent of high school in the UK, and I forgot all of it. That's not German. Different emphasis. Different emphasis. Is that... Wait, if that's not German, I thought T45 was German, isn't he? Or is that Dutch? No, that's not Dutch. Dutch just kind of looks like weird English, because Dutch is just old English, basically. What language is that, then? The big drop coming in. The Corsair's in a perfect place, though, to help defend against this. Some of the Hydra is going to drop down, but with 5 cannons here, they are going to help clean this up pretty quickly. Although it looks like the cannons have gone down. Rafa says it's Deutsch. Yeah, but Deutsch is German. What? I'm so confused. Oh, it's not the German L. Oh, okay. With an L at the end. I wrote speak more Germinal. What oh, German exclamation mark. Damn it! Oh my god. I hate this exclamation mark. It's horrible. I can't see it. You pointed out. I thought I said German L at the end. I'm like, what? I didn't even see that. It looks like we are going to have Lurkers moving forward to continue to put the pressure on these R-stacked Side Disruptors. So if you attack them with Lurkers, you can kill them very quickly. The base is already dead. So this is going to be painful. But yeah, learning Japanese has kind of made my brain forget all the German I knew. And now if I can think about trying to make German sentences, they just have Japanese grammar in them. Oh, Daddy Fear is actually Fear. Okay, I didn't realize you were the player. But looks like Fear is saying he was pretty dead at this point. But let's see what's going to happen. We do have 5 bases for Chiak. Fear with some good storms again, though. As long as he can kill all of these Lurkers and break out, he still has a shot in this game. And it looks like the storms on top of the 2 Lurkers going to be doing a lot of damage. The Observers out the front, helping up cleaning all of the remaining Lurkers, so the Dragoons can clean up the Hydras. Now, the one thing that I find really embarrassing, right? Well, it's not embarrassing. It just goes to show how good all of your guys' English are. The terrible English I speak every stream. Most of you could do a better job speaking English than me. I don't know if it's because I do speak English all the time, but I don't know if it's because I spend a lot of time speaking Japanese now, that I've just kind of forgotten how to like speak a lot of English because I just don't do it enough. Or if I'm just dumb. Like, I think I must just be dumb, right? You know, the worrying thing is, Mindfire's asking me to say something, but I'll say it in a minute. But looks like we are going to have the Hydras pushing into the right-hand side base. He has got a lot of cannons here, which should help hold this off. It makes it very difficult to actually break into this when all the Hydra are getting stuck, but he is moving forward, he is pushing forward. There is a storm available, there's a few storms available, and that is a strong one. If he can get another couple of storms like that, it'd be good. But he sacked his storms, unfortunately. And this is a problem. More Hydras coming in. Looks like we are going to have a little bit of tower defense coming on. 3 Lurkers trying to come in as well. The cannons out of range of the Hydras for the most part. But the Lurkers running in here. Can he kill them? The cannons doing a pretty good job. Extra Forge coming up here as well. If he'd have had a Forge there, that would have been pretty good. But looks like we are going to have another Great Storm coming in from Fear. And he does clean up the units. We do have a lot of Lings starting to flood out on the map, though. There is a good amount of defense here in the top right-hand corner. Top left, a big army is starting to mass back up. Only 0 carapace, though, on these units. Only 2 attacks, so upgrades for our Zerg player, not the best in terms of upgrades for our Protoss. It's +2 attacks, so that's pretty good. We had another Forge coming up, but it gets taken down by some stray Lings. We have the Hive done already. Defiler Mound is on the way, and so is Cracklings. If Crack was done, that pylon would have died a lot quicker, but there we go. Now, the one problem Fear has is Fear is essentially forced to build 1,000,000 cannons to stay alive against these constant attacks coming into his third base. But to do that, he's spending all of his money he needs to build army units with, so he's in a lot of trouble. Looks like we are going to have a big amount of Zerg pushing in. Let's see if he can hold on. This is basically tower defense here for Fear. He just has to survive the onslaught that's coming in. Looks like he does hold on for the moment. There is Lurkers coming in from behind, but with Dragoons coming in with the Observer, he should be able to clean these up. And if Fear can hold on long enough and secure a 4th base, he is still in a position to get into this game. But he needs to make sure he's focusing down the Lurkers. They are the damage dealers here. Using a few shots on an Overlord, definitely not great. Now, of course, there is a lot of hatcheries, so he is going to be defending constantly. But there is still a chance. Also, just while we kind of get into a little bit of a lull of this engagement, as more Lings are flooding across the map here, whenever someone tells me to say something in another language I don't understand, my immediate thought is, what the hell are they trying to get me to say? If you translate what that is in English and someone can confirm what it is, I'll try and say it. But I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything that I don't understand. I know cadency means cadency. I know that much. It looks like Fear is doing his best to try and hold on here, but it's very, very difficult. There's so many units coming from all sides of the map right now. Even drones being transferred up to the top right now as Zerg continues to grow. Protoss is still staying alive though, but staying alive is sometimes not good enough. You need to basically win everything. Mindflayer saying, when Mindflayer writes anything about cadency, be cautious. That's not the problem. It's not the problem you're saying anything about cadency, it's the fact you're telling me to say something in a language I don't understand. Well, as a matter of fact, I know I know what it means partially. Like, I understand what grammar you've used, but I don't know what the words are in some cases. Looks like DT's coming out here, going to help clean up these units. That is a good move to bring those DTs in. There is an Overlord here, but if the Overlord can be sniped, the DTs will help do a lot of damage. It looks like the units are going to fall back. There is 3 Defilers here. But 3 Defilers without any units to cover them aren't going to really be able to do too much. I think Consume is done. Plague is probably not done as he didn't use it. And Plague, obviously, definitely what you want to be using against Protoss. Looks like there's going to be a lot of Lings and Lurkers trying to get up to the 3rd base again. I mean, this is so tough for Protoss to deal with, but Fear is playing valiantly here, trying to hold on. Looks like the Lurkers are going to burrow. Moving forward, are the Zealots getting caught off guard by the Lurkers here. The DT almost getting taken down. A pylon up here going to be taken down as well. Another pylon coming up. If another 2 pylons, he's going to be using those to block the army movement to his 3rd. Nicely done. We do have a 7th base on here on the left by Chiak. Chiak is unbelievably far ahead in the macro game. His upgrades have now caught up with the Protoss as well. It's 2-1 against 2-2. And it looks like this could be the final straw. Fia was trying to move in. He kills his own DT, unfortunately with a storm. And this is going to be game over. The only thing really defending this base in the top right hand corner is some zealots and some cannons and a single storm. But while he's defending there, his units are going to be in trouble. We do have a plague going down on the cannons as well. Looks like the hero probe here killing one of the lings. Nice storms again. It's unfortunate that Fia is only getting these brilliant storms. Now he's like unbelievably far behind. He's mined out of his main, mined out of his natural. He is only mining from his third base, which is mineral only. Or without gas, you are not going to be beating Zerg as Protoss. Yeah, Zerg is completely maxed out right now. And Chiak is slowly pushing his way to victory. Fia tried to hold on. He did his best, but unfortunately the power of Zerg overwhelmed him. GG. Fia taps out. And Chiak wins game number 3. So I just put what you put into a translator. It's really stupid. Like, I'm gonna say it because it's dumb. But let me see if I can do this. Let's see if I can do this while I'm just on a break. Mein Name ist Kix und ich habe das Privileg glücklicherweise... Ja, どうやって言えるのこれ glücklicherweise im selben Land wie Kidensi zu wohnen? Ja, それでその後は、まあ、Arbeitsbemordia Was ja alles das Land United Kingdom gibt, oder? I can't read German. German is so confusing, man. What the hell? Okay, I'll be back in a minute. So, それでは皆さんお帰りなさいませ。ゲームが開始だ。上の方にいるのはジュクチャ選手。これで右側の人は、右側の選手はジェス選手だ。 Welcome back. We are here for our 4th game of this series. I cannot do Jikko in Japanese, so I'm not good enough. Well, I probably could be if I practiced, but that's difficult. I tried my best with the German accent during the break, and I failed. So いやまあドイツ語は難しいよ。日本語の方がいいよ。発音でもやりやすいじゃん。まあ俺の日本語の発音ってどんな感じなのかどうかわかんないんだけど、頑張ればいけるんだよね。ドイツ語だったら全然できない。全然できないからめんどくさいよ。やりたくない。Yeah, that's just how it is. So we have a TVP here on Triathlon. I say this almost every time we get a TVP here, but this was the map that Haya famously went for Ghosts against Free. Hopefully we'll get to see some Ghosts from Jessie here. Jessie playing for Pride. Unfortunately, her team is not going to be able to qualify into the playoffs. They are too far behind. Their team are 3-0 down, so they can't win the series either. So Jessie is going to be trying to get a win for CWT's final game here in STPL Season 9. Mindflare saying kick, select a random German text and try to pronounce, please. I like your German pronunciation. じゃあこれはどうかな? Das Problem ist nicht, dass Kongress oft aber nicht zwangweise aus mehreren Ländern bestehen. I can't do it. I have no idea how to read German. German is too confusing, man. Yeah, this still goes on. I'm surprised you're still around. I can't believe... Did I not ban you last time? Like, did I actually somehow manage to not ban you? Like, is that what happened? Mindflare saying he enjoys my German. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm genuinely surprised that I didn't permaban you before, Yaj, so the fact you're here is kind of interesting. I guess... Oh, Yaj saying 10 year in and 60 viewers, well... Whatever, man. It's a Wednesday night. Most people have jobs and stuff, they're actually busy, so... You know what, I could stream on, like, Saturdays and get more viewers, but you know what, the people I get that come and join and watch are nice people, they're good people. They're the best people, and I wouldn't trade them for the world, so it doesn't matter if I don't have like 5 million viewers like BSL does. I'm still kicking about, still hosting my tournaments. And there we go. If people enjoy it, that's all that matters. I enjoy myself, even though I've been a little bit low energy the last, like, well, the whole season so far, really. I've been struggling a little bit real life, so... I don't have a shower in my kitchen anymore. I moved, like, 2 years ago. Oh, but then again, I think you disappeared from the StarCraft scene like 2 years ago. Did you get, like, put in jail from going to the Trump rally? Is that what happened, Yaj? Yes, I can imagine that's probably where you went. Storming Capitol Hill with your best buddies and the conservative crew. All good there. Wait, when was the Trump rally? When was the Trump storming the Capitol thing? Was that last year? Or was that 2 years ago? Oh yeah, just said he worked from home for the last 20 months, so no need to waste time at the office on Twitch. Surely when you're working from home, you can waste more time on Twitch than you could in the office, right? Am I imagining things, or is that just me? Like, I don't really watch Twitch streams, but I usually watch, like, YouTube videos while I'm working. I find YouTube videos easier to watch because we can kind of, you can kind of pause them and come back to them. That's why I liked it when ASL was streamed on YouTube, because I could pause it and then continue watching the live broadcast afterwards. I suppose you can waste your time doing other stuff other than Twitch, that's a fair point. I'll give you that one. Now, Jukja is our Terran player here. He is going for mines first, and he is going for a dropship, so he's going for the fancy style here on one base, not going for a quick expansion. Now this drop could cause our Protoss player Jess a little bit of a problem, because Jess cannot break through this without killing the Arbiter and then killing the eggs, and there's no cannons, so the probes may all go down here to the drop here. So Billy saying he retired at 30. Does that mean you're rich? If so, can I have some money? if you can make me retire, I'm 31 and I'm never gonna be able to retire. So if you wanna like bankroll my retirement, feel free, man. Feel free. I unfortunately have to work for money because I don't have millionaire parents and stuff like that. So, oh well. This dropship gonna get ready to come in. Now, weirdly enough, the dropship is not heading towards the natural, whereas if he drops at the natural, he'd get a ton of damage done. Going towards the main, I guess you could also do damage in the main and then go back, but the vulture's gonna drop off. He's dropping 2 vultures in each. Mitak saying, 1 wife, 1 baby, you'll be GG, no Ray. Okay, the double. Oh my goodness! If he gets a mine in the mineral line here, that'd be incredible. But looks like good building positioning. Gonna make this a little bit more difficult for Jugja to do a ton of damage. C Stack asks, "Do I live in Japan?" No, I live in the UK. I've never actually been to Japan. I've never had the money, and then I finally got the money to go, and then COVID happened. So there we go. Now we do have a drop coming in here. Sorry, I did miss this one, but there was only 1 kill. He's gonna eventually cancel the command center. There we go. Lua is not rich, just enough to cover expenses. That's good shit, man, though. Like, if I could do that, I definitely would. If I had enough money to, like... Well, if I made enough money per month to just cover the amount of money I spend per month, which realistically isn't that much, but it is over half my salary, so that's why it's kind of not doable. But nice micro so far. Fancy micro coming in from Jugja, by the way. But now, that's when things start getting a little bit hairy. The tank is going to go down, but does save everything. Nicely done. That was a sweet bit of micro. I love watching micro like that. Looks like the vultures did kill the shields on the Nexus eventually. We do have a Wraith coming out here. That is going to help him clean up the shuttles. There is a second Wraith coming in as well. Going to make things a little bit easier. Third factory coming up. Now, Jugja is behind where he would want to be. He did not kill nearly enough probes to make this worth it. So he is now going to be playing from behind for the rest of the game. His second CC is finally up, but he is going to have to expand very quickly, and that's exactly what we're going to see here. Third command to come up immediately, but that is still behind the third Nexus for Protoss, and that is where things get hairy. If you fall behind in TVP, it is so unbelievably in favor of the Protoss player. TVP until the Protoss gets like ahead is very difficult, but when the Protoss player is ahead at any point, that is when you see those games where it just looks like Terran doesn't have a chance, right? And that's why like older TVP was a little bit harder than older PvT was a little bit easier for Protoss, because back in the day, like every Terran would like factory expand, and that would immediately put them behind against a Protoss going for a quick Nexus. But now, like, now 1 Rax double is a thing, like 1 Rax expand and 14 CC and stuff like that. It means Protoss isn't just ahead from the beginning of the game from being able to take 2 very quick expansions. They have to, like, earn their kind of lead, and that's certainly something that Jess has been able to do this game so far. Batting back that drop without taking too much damage is pretty much exactly what she needed to do. And now she just has to make sure that she keeps expanding, keeps macroing up, and she should be in a good position to take down Jugja. The one thing I will say about my financial situation is the good thing is I've been saving enough that if anything horrific was to happen to me, I've at least got a little bit of a safety net. It's not a big one. It's something that I definitely don't want. I don't want anything horrific to happen to me, but if I was to lose my job tomorrow for whatever reason, I'd be okay for just a little bit. It wouldn't be for long, but at least it would give me a little bit of breathing room. But I think that's like the important thing in life. If you can get that safety net, and you're able to, it's such an unbelievable relief. Like, luckily enough, I'm not in any debt. Obviously, I do have my expenses, like my mortgage and my rent and my like utility bills, but outside of that, Like, I don't have massive credit card bills or anything like that. I've been incredibly fortunate to not have to worry about that. And because I was a carer for my mom as well, I don't have any student debt either. So I got very, very lucky. So that's something I will say. And like, my friend was in a similar position, and then he had a baby. And then obviously when you have a baby, you no longer have any money. And you're also always ill all the time. Like, I kind of knew this because my sister's 19 years younger than me, and I lived with my dad and my sister for a little bit, about 4 or 5 years ago. But when you have young kids, they are always ill, like always. My friend's daughter goes to nursery now. She's like at nursery age. And she's ill like every other week. It's crazy. And because of that, he's always ill as well. It sucks. Looking after young kids it seems to be a nightmare. You're just constantly ill. It's horrible. Like, and it's so disgusting as well, because they're always like sick and stuff as well. Yeah, there's a 19-year age difference between me and my half-sister. My dad got remarried, so... Weird thing is my mum's oldest brother, who sadly passed away, and like when I was 3 or something, he was also 19 years difference to her, and they also had different parents. Like, with my mum had a half brother. My mum's half brother had a different dad. I have a half sister. My half sister has a different mum. So it's kind of weird how that worked out. And there's also the same age difference as well. Really strange. Kind of a weird coincidence, but there we go. It's my sister's bat mitzvah in a few weeks. Like, I'm not Jewish, but my stepmom is. So my sister grew up going to a Jewish school, and she's got a bat mitzvah in 2-3 weeks now. Kind of crazy. She's gonna be 12, so it's like, what? Like, how is she 12 already? It doesn't make any sense. Now, we do have the 4th base coming up for Jess here in the middle of the map. Now, the one thing about this base is it is low on gas, so it's not the best base to take, but it's still not the worst either, or the worst either. We do have a lot of factories back here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 factories already. Second armory is now up, so he's going into 2-1 upgrades, but they are incredibly late based on the time at this point in the game. Jess does need to expand again, and quite quickly. Jess does have an advantage, but still, that could all fall away very, very fast with a single push from the Terran when 2-1 upgrades are done. Jukjo looks like he wants to move forward and go for an expansion in the middle. There's also this base down here that he should be able to take realistically. Not really too much that Jess can do to counteract that base. No Arbiters are done yet, no carriers either. Where is the tech, by the way? So it is going to be Arbiter tech. Not killing the Arbiter means if Jess goes for Mind Control and a Dark Archon, you could get a free Arbiter here, so that'd be useful. There are a lot of Arbiters you can Mind Control as well, so I definitely like the idea of going for a Dark Archon on this map. Even just one with Mind Control is definitely worth it. Now, the one problem is Jess is looking to be aggressive now, but could this be badly timed? Now, the +1 armor is done, but +1 attack is not finished, so this is kind of the anti-timing to push in. And there is obviously a lot of units back here, but it's mostly mines and vultures miles out the front. The tanks are not in a position here to defend this base, so the base is going to go down. Cancelled on that command center, but Jess does need to pull back. There is absolutely no way you're breaking this Terran position with that number of units. But as long as Jess can starve Jukja out, Jess is going to be in a pretty good spot. But Jess does need to expand again. Jess can't just sit back and let Jukja out macro. If you let yourself sit even bases with the Terran, you're going to lose the game. That's just how PvT works. The bases, like the back natural, are actually quite thin on resources. Like, the gas is much lower than your average base. I guess it's better to show it here. Although I guess it'd be this gas, which we can't click. But all of the bases around the outside edge of the map, minus the inside naturals, are all 5,000. But let's have a look at this storm coming in as well. The Dragoon's getting a little bit far forward. I don't agree with this. This is a bit of a rough push. That was a lot of dead Dragoons for not much dead on the Terran side. Storm's not hitting their mark. And that's going to give Jukja a place back into the game because Jess does not have enough units. Jukja going for a lot of scans on the army and the bases around. Jukja possibly getting ready to push on 2-1. +1 armor is almost done. +2 attack is just now finishing. And we do have our first vessel, so we should see a push at some point coming in here from Jukja. Looks like we do have a shuttle now with some zealots in, going to help out. Pretty good to put Storm in shuttle as well. But we are going to have probes going down here to the bottom left, getting ready to build a nexus, as well as some gateways most likely. Jess has a ton of money, but doesn't really have the gateways to be able to replenish the army fast enough to make this money worth it. So that's going to be important that Jess can manage to do that. Constant scans going down on the army. We do have... Wait. Okay, he's swapping out his zealots for High Templar. There's a ton of turrets here though. Let's see if Jess can see them before it's too late. Oh no. Oh no, that's dead. Well, that was a waste of a shot.
Reporting for duty.
Well, thank you, Eskia, for the raid, man. Good to see you again. Been a while. Now that shell didn't really do too much. Jess still not in a position with another gateway. It looks like the Dragoon and the Probe getting a little bit stuck here, trying to just manually wobble their way down. But we will have a pylon coming up. Should have some gateways coming up down here in the bottom. Eskia saying he bought Diggity, his one viewer. Well, thank you very much. Diggity was here as well, so like he was already here, so I guess you didn't really bring anyone. Yeah, 2-man raid. It's basically like the Capitol riots in the US. Like, millions of people were supposed to have showed up, and then, like, I don't know, like 200 people showed up, and most of them got arrested and lost their jobs, which is kind of funny. But Nexus being focused down by some, what are they called? Vultures down here in the bottom left. Now, Jess's bank is pretty big here. There are a lot of gateways in the main, but could be some more. Do need gateways down in the bottom left for sure if you want to deal with this Terran army. 3-2 is going to be done soon. Looks like a +2 armor is coming up. 3-2 is starting. Now we do have a good stasis at the back here. No more stasis though. Not much storm. Jess's army is melting. That's a good storm at the front, but where's Jess's units? There's just no units anywhere. There is a storm available on this High Templar. There we go. Storm does get put down. Not a bad trade, but most of the tanks do survive. And Jukja actually continues to hold the supply lead. So, and also Jukja getting the High Templar there. Actually a very good move. Probes coming down here to the bottom left. Where are the gateways? More gateways are needed. You need to constantly refresh your army. The people that, like, stormed the Capitol building losing their jobs, that is funny. They knew what they were going for. They knew what they were going to get into. Like, they lost their jobs because they were assholes. Like, I mean, that's their fault, right? I know that okay, that might be controversial, but if you're gonna, like, storm your government's Capitol building, you're most likely going to be either arrested or you're gonna lose your job. Like, you can't storm the government and expect no ramifications. Like, that isn't gonna be what happens, you know? People died and got seriously injured that day as well, which was horrific. Like, what were they thinking? It's crazy. So we are going to have a push coming out here now, though. 3-2 is still not done, but Jukja knows Jess is going to be in a weak position right now. There's not too many units. Where are all of Jess's units? I don't understand. This army is so unbelievably small. Are all of the units in production at the moment or something? Looks like Jess may just fall apart. There's just not enough. There's no gateways down here to replenish either. And there's a probe in this army as well for some reason. I think Jess may just be a little bit overwhelmed here, unfortunately. Jukja doing a very good job slow pushing through the map. Jess never really managed to get the other expansions up as quickly as she needed to. Never actually got this base down here at all. I never got this base either, so Jukja is in like a winning position right now. It's going to be up to Jukja to kind of lose this game. Now 3-2 is about to finish as well. And when 3-2 finishes, that is when Protoss start to have a lot of trouble. Now I zoom back in and then zoom straight back out again, but you can just see the sheer number of tanks. Like, what can any Protoss army do about this in one go? You need multiple armies, they need to come in from multiple angles. And without gateways, you're just not going to be doing that. Now, if you could... Can you storm these from up here? That'd be pretty good. Looks like some of the units are stuck at the back of the base. That is very unfortunate. I don't think those Dragoons can get down. The fourth base of Jess is going to fall. The gas was most likely already... No, it's not even mined out. Someone said the supply is in carriers, but there are no carriers, so it's definitely not that. We do have... Oh, that was a double EMP, I think. Oh, no, never mind. It was just one. Looks like we are going to have a flank coming in, but it's mostly Dragoons coming in on their own for the back. There's no Zealots up here, and this is not going well, but trading... You're trading terribly. I thought that maybe they could do a little bit more damage, but unfortunately... I think there's just too much Terran. GG, Jess taps out Jukja, wins game number 4, and wins the series for Wico. Yeah, so unfortunately Jess there learned the power of like building other gateways. Like the issue is Jess was really far ahead and then just couldn't deal with the Terran army. Now the reason was Jess just didn't have enough gateways. There wasn't enough way of replenishing the army, and it just meant when the 3-2 Terran mech came across the map slowly, there was not really a good position that she could engage from and come out on top. Like obviously, Jukja sat really far back, sat very heavily turtled, but at that point, Jess should have built so many gateways over in the other main or gone carriers. I think Jess sat back a little bit too much, but unfortunately, that does happen. Now, that is going to be it for the first series of today. We are going to go into our second one, which is going to be SCTV versus pSi, and that will be coming up after this short break. See you guys soon. STP. Okay guys, welcome back. We are here for series number 2. It's pSi versus StarCast. We have Mitak versus Amble to start us off, Praise versus Scan, Michael versus Death Fate, and Kiko versus I think this is the first time in STPL history we have ever had 3 TVZs in one series, so that's kind of cool. But let's jump straight into it. It's game number 1. It's here on Holy World, and it's Praise versus Ample. Okay, starting us off here in the top right hand corner in the yellow, fighting for pSi, it's Praise. And his opponent spawning down here in the bottom left hand corner in the blue, fighting for StarCast, it's Ample. Now, T45, I think Ratus was joking, but I'm not sure. Okay, it is a TBZ. Holy World TBZ is pretty fun. Could we get to a point where we see Queens and Infested Terrans? I have no idea. But I doubt it. Praise is always doing some weird stuff though, so you never know. Oh wait, no, Praise is not nearly as weird as Pre. Pre is the weird one. Also, Diggity, that's... Like, Diggity says, you must be joking, my Parappa skills are unparalleled. That's not the problem. No matter how you play Parappa the Rapper, it always sounds like shit. Like, if you play it to try and get, like, the cool ranking, you just spam the buttons, but I can't figure out the rhythm to it, so I'm not good enough. Like, Parappa, realistically, is not a game you listen to listen to Parappa, because Parappa is, like, an asshole, right? It's about the other characters. Like, the other characters, their rap is kind of cool, and then Parappa's just like, I don't know. Having some kind of episode or something. I have no idea what's wrong with Parappa, but like, if you want to go for like the high scores, you gotta be like, gotta believe, gotta believe kind of thing, you know? Like, watch some YouTube videos of people playing like Master Parappa the Rapper, which is sort of like cool Parappa the Rapper, which is where you enter like the cool freestyle mode or whatever. I've only ever managed to get into that on the Chop Chop Master Onion stage, and I've only ever done it once, and I have no idea how I did it. But I've got like I did have like a play video of me doing it on the PSP. I wonder if that's still saved. I wonder if I can still get to that if I load up my PSP copy. We have a bunker rush coming in from Ample. And Praise is not quite ready for this. The Marines are getting on top of the hatchery here. The hatchery is going to finish. No cancel is going to happen. Drones are being pulled, but the lings are not ready yet, and the bunker is going to finish. Oh, he gets... Oh, does he get the Marine? No, the Marine gets in! Okay, I think this is probably game over already. Oh, but we do have a creep colony coming in. Nice repair by Ample, though. Another creep colony coming in. A drone gets taken down. I don't even know how that drone got there, but... If he can get 2 sunken somehow, he could definitely save the creep colony, but losing 2 drones is a ton of damage to be taking early on, and you can already see there's just not enough mining going on, so like even affording the sunkens is difficult. Meanwhile, back at home we do have a factory coming in already. Starport is in the way, or on the way for Ample here. Sunken is done, so the... Why is he go... Why would it... You don't need to go here. It's... Oh, wait, yes you do. Never mind. I didn't realize his hatchery was so low. Oh my goodness, he saves the hatchery with 86 health. I genuinely was like, why are you pushing out? But that was the right move. His hatchery was a lot lower than I imagined it would be at that stage. And he does save. He does save it even. Yeah, T45 said it sounded like Scatman John. I love Scatman John, man. Yeah, Wraith is in a point where he can kill the hatchery now. It would need a little bit, but he's got 2 sunken, so he should be okay. They are a little bit far back, so if something comes here with like a range of like above the sunken, he is going to lose it. But hopefully we're not going to see that. Praise did a pretty good job holding on. Like, obviously he didn't die. He is behind, but it's not the end of the world. He builds the Hydra in here. That's going to help wall out the Vulture. Oh, the Vulture's trying to get in a position to hit the hatchery, but I don't think he can. He's going to attack some of the drones as they spawn, but shouldn't be able to kill any of them. We'll take 3 hits from 1 Vulture. Could kill the lava, though. Getting the lava would be good here. Prey should morph this into something quickly. There we go. Oh, one of the Vultures going down. A little bit of an uncharacteristic mistake there from Ample. And we do have the dropship coming in. Is this going to be... Oh, you got a Wraith first to kill the Overlord in the middle of the map. So that's a bit of a pain. That's 2 kills on that Wraith, by the way. Yeah, we've got... we've actually got no Overlords right now by Praise. Oh my god, Praise gonna... Praise has the Hydra den, but there's barely any Hydras, so this Wraith can get another 2 Overlord kills if he wants. Oh my goodness, this is rough. There's another Overlord here, but there's only 1 Wraith to be able to try and hold on, or 1 Hydra to try and hold on to this. The Overlords may be moving a little bit too much. The Vulture's laying mines outside the front of the base. I think this game is effectively over. It's going to be very difficult for Praise to be able to come back here. But Ample's still on 1 base. It's a 1 base Terran against a 2 base Zerg. The 2 base Zerg obviously doesn't have any supply, which is the biggest problem, but he's still not dead. And that is the main thing. Ample getting ready to expand, and does expand now. Oh, the Vultures do get in the main. Oh no, the mine drag gets 2 of the drones as well. Oh! Oh, the mine doesn't go off. He killed the bling. Oh, there we go. I think that's game over. Is he going to quit before the end of 6 minutes? Is the 6-minute curse done? That is going to do a ton of damage. Kills all 3 eggs. Ample with an amazing drop here. That is going to be game over. 9 supply against 45. Almost getting supply blocked again. The drone is like, no, I'm going to go back to mining. Oh my god, he gets away! How does the drone escape that? What the hell? That's a hero drone. That's a hero drone right there. He kills the Wraith. He's not giving up yet. It's not over until the fat lady sings. There may be 6 Vultures in his main, but game's not done. Yeah, looks like the egg is going to go down here, building the Overlord as well. Some of the Hydras moving forward, going to get focus fired down, but oh! Oh no, he moves his Hydras away from the mine. Well, moves his Hydras away from the Vulture. Yeah, I mean, Ample has won. There we go. GG. Praise taps out. That's going to be the end of game number 1. Okay, starting us down in the bottom left-hand corner in the red, fighting for Starcast, it's Scan. And his opponent with a drone in his opponent's base already, possibly going for a proxy hatchery. It's Mitak in the top right in the pink. This is the Scan. Was on Seoul, currently the number 3 ranked player in the STPL. Even though he's been relatively inactive. Oh, he's ranked 5 now, actually. Sorry, he fell. He fell even further. Yeah, Scan. Pretty painful games recently as well. I say recently. He played once in October. He lost to Oystein on a walkover. And he played against Stork, Wico's Stork, in the grand finals of Season 4 in March. And lost there as well. So... yeah, it's a little bit rough for poor old Scan. Is the colours a problem? I thought it'd be fine. If it's an issue, I can change it. It is possible. Let me just update the overlay. I can never tell what the colours look like for viewers, because for me it looks fine because I'm on an IPS monitor. So it looks completely different. But Mitak's still with a drone down here. Now, if he's going for a proxy hatchery, he's going for it quite late. But then this is the kind of thing that Mitak does a lot of. Now, Mitak is he's a very confusing player to play against. And if there's one person who can cheese a game off Scan, it's Mitak. Because Mitak does stuff you just wouldn't expect from anyone. Diggity saying at a smaller resolution red blends into pink. Okay, fair enough. Luckily enough, they hosted top versus bottom. They followed the rules, so we got to change it. It's all good. That's why we've got the rule in place. If anyone ever has any problems with the colours, please tell me. I will do my best to change them. I do always do my best to change red versus green, because I know that is a really big problem for colorblind people. But I don't know if anyone actually is colorblind who watches. And oh my god. Oh my god, Scan just wanders in his base and finds it. Oh my goodness. How did he know? How did he know to look? Scan is just too good? Well, this proxy hatchery is not going to do anything. It may... okay, he may spawn the hatchery and build like one set of lings. But that is not going to be worth it. Now, of course, while he's doing this... oh my god, Scan building a second barracks to wall in. He knows that there's probably going to be like lings coming towards him. Oh my goodness. Scan is so good. Now the hatchery is going to finish, but it's going to be very, very low. The ling's trying to take down the depot at the front. Well, he lifts the barracks, but there's not really enough lings with speed just yet to be able to break through. Obviously the SCTV scouting everything that's going back at home. We do have that hatchery finished. We do have the one set of lings coming in. As we can see here, he should get another couple of sets of lings before this hatchery dies. But the wall in is just going to make this... essentially, Mitak has a way of coming back from this if he can super macro up behind this. If he can get like a ridiculous number of drones on his 2 bases and go into like go into mutas very, very quickly, then he is going to be in an okay spot. But he is not going to be able to. He's not going to be able to break this here now. Diggity saying build drone and build sunken. Unfortunately, because he doesn't have any units to defend it, he can't make that work. The sunken will just die. So 2 more lings coming out. The lings obviously dying almost immediately. The hatchery goes down. There are going to be 2 more lings coming, but not going to make it work. Him building a sunken down there would be awesome, but unfortunately he can't. He just couldn't do it. Is he going to waste 25 minerals or 50 minerals on lings here, or is he just going to let it die? He's going to let it die. Yeah, Mitak, man, he tried something clever, but it got scouted. And you know what happens when your cheese gets scouted? You get in a lot of trouble now. Oh my god, this is good. If Scan doesn't see this and moves... oh my god, Mitak, why are you showing... why are you showing it? Okay, he's not. Oh my god, Scan's lowered. Scan knows a counterattack is possible. And there we go, we see... Scan sees it, Scan stims backwards. He has to hold. He kills all of the lings, but this gives time for Mitak to be able to get Sunkens up. Mitak is going to go for Sunkens, and he's going to be able to defend this push. And if Mitak can deflect this without taking any damage, Mitak is going to be ahead. Well, he might be ahead. Scan is on one base right now. Scan is going for one base starport. He doesn't have an expansion. Range is not done. Sunkens are going to be finished in time. How many? Okay, you need one marine, well, one medic per Sunken, and there's not enough. There is not enough medics to keep this army alive. If Mitak can hold this push without taking any damage, Mitak will be ahead in this game. Apparently my mic is popping a lot when I talk. I wonder if it's because I had it too close to my face. I did have it quite close to my face there, so that was my bad. Is that any better? Now, the layer is also not up, which is a problem, but layer is coming up at the natural. Fourth Sunken coming in as well. Yeah, I had my mic tilted towards me because I was sitting further back before, but I moved forward. Okay, here we go. Looks like we're going to have a push forward. Many lings go down, oh sorry, many marines go down very, very quickly here. Moderately chill saying it's because he's popping off. Oh my god, he kills the Kakaru. It's because he's popping off. Such hype casting. I like that. That's good. Okay, we do have a dropship coming in. The science facility is already done. There is an engineering bay coming up, so the science facility is only going to be used for vessels. But there's still no expansion. There is still no expansion. Now, the one thing about how this game is going to work, if Mitak can hold on to the drop without taking any damage, he can actually beat Scan. He just has to make sure he doesn't die to the drop. Now, there is, of course, an Overlord up here, which should know. Mitak knows there's no expansion as well. So Mitak should know to just turtle. If Mitak could win the game versus Scan here, it's going to be a rough ride. Defending against the drop is going to be very difficult. The dropship coming in, gonna be spotted by Mitak's Overlord, I think. But this is a drop with only a single medic. There is a lot of there's a lot of lings in place to be able to defend against this. Mitak does know about it. He moves in. Oh my god, oh, this is rough. Oh no, the Firebat doesn't die. Oh no, Mitak. He's got one Sunken though. One Sunken could be enough. There's no further attack coming in. There is another dropship coming in, but the okay, the hatchery I think is going to go down, but the natural is going to survive. Another Sunken coming up at the back. Stims forward. Oh my god, he's going to get the tech. Yeah, Mitak's dead. Mitak is dead, but he did his best. There's too much in the main now. GG. Mitak taps out. Scan wins game number 2.
In the flea market so early, I've been working here since my mama was a baby. Just because the rhythm is slow, that don't mean that you can't flow. In the rain or in the snow,
In the rain or in the snow.
got the funky flow.
Got the funk flow. Got the
In the rain or in the snow,
in the rain or in the snow.
got the funky flow.
Got the funk flow.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly.
All you ever need is to be nice and friendly. All you
Remember, strike it rich, the key is love. Save everybody from way up above. I can sell a bottle cap like this.
I will try to sell a cap like this.
I can sell a bottle cap like this.
I will try to sell a cap like this.
I never dream it would be like these. I am the #1 ruler of the 7 seas. The skunk over here will bring you luck.
The skunk over here will bring you luck. The skunk over here will
The pump over here comes with a truck.
The pump over here comes with a truck. The pump over here comes with a
Oh yes, I had a lot of fun. I meet a lot of bucks and
Gotcha. Thanks a lot.
Hello guys, welcome back. We are here in the top right hand corner fighting for StarCast. It's Death Fate. Making his debut game in the STPL. And his opponent spawning up here in the top left hand corner from Bulgaria. It's Michael. Now Spain versus Bulgaria in this matchup. Let's see if pSi can get a victory here over Death Fate. I've not seen Death Fate play, so I'm not really sure what to expect. But hopefully we'll have a good game here on the electric circuit. You have a gateway first coming in from Michael, so going to go for a gateway expand here in game number 3. It's kind of cool that we've got another PvZ on Neo Electric Circuit. It makes me wonder if it's, or how different it's going to be to the one we just saw. Looks like we've got a few fans of Death Fate in the crowd. Well, obviously, Masoka from Spain. I'm guessing DGGT is probably from Spain as well. And Megazali saying Vamos Rafa, but Michael will win this one. So, a little bit of a, I don't know, like a backhanded compliment. Is that like you're saying you want him to win, but Michael's probably gonna win? So I don't know. One day, Rapper will rap about this story of how Death Fate was betrayed by one of his fans who didn't believe. Looks like Valerie's dad making his first time chat say go Death Fate. Welcome to the stream. Hopefully you've been enjoying it so far. We do have 3 hatcheries coming up from Death Fate already. 3 hatch, that is before Lair of course, and before Gas. We do have Lings coming in, but they will be defensive to deal with the initial Zealots that are coming across. Drone does take a little bit of damage, but gets back home. We'll be able to start mining. The Overlord, of course, does see everything that's going on, so there's not really much Michael can do about this. Now, it's a little bit of a weird wall, because I'm fairly certain this isn't tight, and the gateway is high enough that the Forge isn't going to be tight with it either, so Death Fate has an opportunity to do a lot of damage here. Now, the Lings are running across the map. Looks like we do have Michael bringing his Zealots back. So he will be able to defend with his Zealots, but this is an awkward place to try and defend. Now it looks like the, oh my god, the Ling's going to focus fire down the probe here. They are going to get into the Maiden Zealot, trying to hold, doing a little bit of damage to the Lings, but the Lings get past. This is Michael_BG. He does stream a lot on Twitch. Do check him out when you can, and I think Death Fate is one of the more well-known Spanish casters as well, so check out his stream. I think he might stream on Facebook though. I don't know. But I do remember seeing Death Fate's name casting stuff, unless I'm imagining things. That these Lings aren't able to get too much damage done on the probes, but he is in a position to be able to take down the cannons here. Although Zealots doing a pretty good job. 3 Zealots against 6 Lings, managing to hold on just now. Probes getting pulled as well. Trying to get into position to try and deal with the Lings. 1 probe does go down. Yep, 1 probe goes down. 2 Lings go down. 3 Lings go down for only 1 probe. And so far, this has been a very successful defense for Michael. Like, this defense has gone way better than I thought it would do. And the cannons are up now, so further attacks should be a little bit harder to do. Lair is done. Extractor's done as well. Then the 3rd base is up, so going to kind of get into a position where both players are going to be able to do what they want for a little bit. Obviously, these Lings are causing a lot of hassle for Michael as he does lose another probe. Oh my god, he loses another probe. Does he? Does he lose another probe? No, he doesn't. Gets away with his life, and these two Lings will continue to just be annoying, but shouldn't really do too much damage anymore. Now, Link's speed is almost done. When Link's speed comes in, he can kind of jump in and out all he wants, but nope. That is unfortunate. Losing those two Lings before speed is a massive mistake. Imagine how much more damage he could do with speed. Like, Link speed literally just finished. Oh man, that's very, very unfortunate timing. We're going to Creep Colony coming up at the front, Spire coming up in the natural, second gas coming up as well, so Mutelisks look like they're going to be on the cards here. It is a Mutalisk switch, really the option Death Fate should be going for right now. Now this is 5 Zealots heading across over to the opponent's natural here. Ling's trying to get in the way to block. But these Zealots should be able to push through, and if he pushes through here, that would be very, very rough. Now he's doing his best to try and keep the Zealots away from his main long enough for his Sunken to kill at least one of them. Does manage to get one of them. Will he get the second? Second one getting quite low. The Ling's doing a pretty good job. But oh no! Oh no! Traitor Lings accidentally A-clicking his hatchery, losing out on a kill on one of the Zealots, losing a Ling for free as well. And now these 3 Zealots in his main doing a lot of damage to his drone line. 3, 4, 5 drones go down in very quick succession. Is he going to get a 6th as well? Yes, he does. 6 drones go down to those 4 Zealots. And, I mean, Michael is going to be incredibly happy with that. That could not have gone any better for him. Now, there is a 4th and 5th hatchery coming in. No Mutalisks are on the way yet. But it could be that he is going to transition away from Mutalisks, but it also could be that he's saving up for them. He did have to spend a little bit of extra money and a little bit of extra mining time defending against the Zealots, but I mean, these Lings on the counter aren't going to do anything. Is he going to try and break through the side disruptors? That would actually not be a terrible idea. We see a probe going down here, getting ready to take the 3rd base. We do have a 4th base coming in. The Lings are going to take down the side disruptors. Now, in case you don't realize these are stacked, you will be able to see this. It looks like the Lings are kind of... The Lings are attacking 2 of them, I think. How? Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not. Selecting the ones underneath are very difficult, but there we go, it just did it. There's like 3 or 4 stacked on top of each other. It does take a little bit to go through, but Michael is not going to know about this unless he gets closer. But he really does need to move forward, because otherwise there is going to be a lot of Speedlings just running straight into the back of his base. No, there is one cannon to defend his Stargate, but realistically, you can't deal with this many Lings as Michael without units back at home. But we are down to the 3rd side disruptor. Looks like Death Fate being a little bit slow on the uptake here, as he is having to deal with the Corsair at the moment. The Mutalisk coming in as well, so now I feel like the Mutalisk going to the main are going to force a cannon, which is going to make the Lings redundant. I don't think I really agree with this. This is a bit of a weird choice. We do have a Corsair sitting there, but it is going to go down to the Scourge. Scourge connecting. Great kill. He will kill both the cannons, but the Lings are still not in the base. There is another side disruptor under this. Another Corsair goes down to another couple of Scourge. Great usage of these Mutalisks so far. Another cannon coming in, but not much damage being done to the worker line. But the side disruptor still up, still ready, still defending. Another Corsair does come out. One of the Mutalisks getting quite low, but the +1 Carapace, I believe I saw coming in before, should be finishing. No, I didn't see +1 Carapace. Well, I saw an upgrade. It was maybe it was +1 attack that I saw before. But either way, looks like the Dragoons coming out should push these back. Now imagine if he'd have got his Lings in here, but the Lings had to go back home because there was a Zealot counter coming and there wasn't really enough to defend back at home there. So a little bit unfortunate he didn't break through. He could be doing a lot more damage than he did. Looks like a lot of the Mutalisks did... Wait, did all the Mutalisks go down? I think he lost all of his Muters. That is very, very unfortunate. Definitely not what you want having happening, as Zerg losing a little bit of focus on the macro as well. 3 of his drones sitting idle at his new base. Does need to get that up and running as soon as possible if he wants to get further ahead in this game. 2 additional cannons coming up at home in the natural to help defend. That will help defend against any mutas that would come out as well. +1 carapace, of course, not on the way, so I don't think we're going to see a muta switch again. We will see, of course, obviously Scourge coming out to deal with the Corsairs. That will help defend his overlords. But outside of that, not really too much going on. I'd just like to take a moment while the game is a little bit slower to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Esport Fund and Matrino. If you want to help with community donations to improve the prize pool, please head on over to our Matrino link. There's no codes left to use, but you can of course donate your hard-earned cash if you want to. It's only if you want to, no pressure whatsoever. We're currently looking to try and go towards a $2,500 prize pool goal. We are currently at $1,063, so I think that might be a little bit difficult, but we still do have like 5-6 weeks left of the playoffs, so maybe we'll make the goal in the end, I don't know. But if we don't, it's fine, not the end of the world. Now the Forge did finish +1, so he will have +1 attack, but +2 attack may not finish. Which, well, +2 attack is definitely not going to finish, but that is a great storm. 4 kills on the Templar immediately. There goes the Forge. Is there another Forge in the main yet? He's going to Forge, so he does know what's up. He understands the power of technology, power of upgrades. There is a ton of Hydras outside the front of his base right now. I mean, we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hatcheries, 4 bases, and 51 drones. Deathmate is in a very good spot right now. He's going for the Lurker upgrade, getting ready to put on a very big Lurker push. Now if he just kills this, I think he could just go in and do a ton of damage, but he's just not attacking it for some reason. He got so close to breaking through earlier, and then he just kind of gave up. I don't know if he didn't realize he didn't kill it, or if he thought there was just endless of them and he's waiting for Lurkers, but there's only like 1 or 2 left. I think there's only 1. Oh no, there is 2. There's at least 2 left. Because I can click on the second one. You can just about tell by where you click, but I think there's only 2 now. And if there's only 2, you can definitely break through there with just Hydras, and it won't take you that long. And if you get in the 3rd base, you're just going to kill everything. Like we saw that happen with our previous PvZ on this map as well. Protoss lost their 3rd, and then they just kind of couldn't do anything. We do have Overlord drop coming in, so we are going to see a very similar game to last one. A Dragoon coming out here. I don't know if that was deliberate, or if that was a like miss-rally, or miss-click. But that Dragoon did not last very long. Now, Michael is not making the mistake that... who was the Protoss player we saw in the previous game? The previous matchup, who was it? It was Wico... I don't know, but either way we're going to have a push out. This is a very, very nice set of storms. Deathmate taking a lot of damage on his army. Oh my god, this is like a really good breakout, but there's still just so many Hydras back in the back here, and they are breaking their way through. And I get the feeling that this army loss is going to be a big, big problem here for poor old Michael. Michael is now very far behind in units. He's almost even in supply with the Zerg, which is not what you want to see as a Zerg player, or as a Protoss player even. We do have 8 hatcheries now. Some of the units getting a little bit caught up. He does need to kill these side disruptors if he wants to be able to go forward. Because otherwise his units are going to get stuck up here. Now whether or not this is going to be like a Jaedong level mess up, where he's going to have like 100 supply of Hydras just like sat behind the wall, but I don't think that's going to happen. Looks like he has re-rallied. His Lings are going the right way. It's just these Hydras are... You know, wait. These Hydras are probably... Wait, are they patrolling? It does feel like they're trying to get out of the base though. Like, that's what it feels like. Patrolling in this way would be very strange. Like, there's no reason to do this as Zerg. Like, as Protoss, having a Dragoon patrolling here is actually not that bad. But... yeah, I'm not really so sure about that, but we do have the side disruptors being taken down finally. It is kind of crazy to think that they could have died a lot sooner, but and he's breaking them down where he could just drop the... he's breaking them down when he could just drop. He is going to drop anyway, But having those lurkers in the drop would actually be better. Like, it would actually just be better to be dropping those right now. Like, imagine having 2 lurkers at the top of this ramp. All of a sudden, this drop is just much, much stronger. And he didn't drop all of his Hydras in one place. Thank you for the 100-bit cheer, man.
Go Zerg, go Death Fate, go Spain. The best Spanish caster and organizer of DSL, DSSL, DPL, DFL. If you can please check him out on Trovo, YouTube or Twitch.
There we go, he doesn't cast on Facebook. I got that completely wrong. I was sure I saw his name somewhere. But yeah, doesn't Death Fate do like, isn't there like the... Doesn't he do like he has his own like series, right? I guess that's what the DS and DSSL are in DPL. But didn't he recently do like some of the show matches between some of the bigger players? Like in the foreign scene. Am I imagining that? Did that happen? Apparently there's 10 side disruptors there, according to Wikipedia. Now Michael is pushing out here. Death Fate's army is actually melting Michael with a ton of supply. Michael, despite being down in bases, is doing a very good job macroing up. And he's definitely doing the opposite of what we saw happen in the first series. I still can't remember who played. How have I forgotten? It was like an hour ago. Oh my goodness, my brain is like melting or something. I don't know. But let's have a look. So, who was it? Oh, it was Fia versus Chiak. That was it. It was Fia. Fia just couldn't macro up enough units, and this is what happens when you do. Michael is doing a very good job pushing forward. But Death Fate coming in from multiple angles. Michael's army is starting to melt. It was going so well, and now it's going so poorly. The Dragoons all getting taken down. Death Fate with an insane amount of units outside of his opponent's base right now is going to reset up his contain, and Michael is going to get stuck back at home once again. The Overlord takes out the Observer with some Hydras, and now Michael is back in the dark. Michael is on a timer. He knows he needs to break out before the Lurker container is set back up again. Michael has a ton of probes, but he doesn't have much army right now, and that makes it very difficult to break out of situations like this. Where is his... He's got no High Templar. Like, okay, he's got 1 now. 2. Okay, he's got 2. He does have a Stargate. Of course, he had that earlier, but is he going to maybe go for a recall or carriers or something? Like, you need to make something happen here, because if you get Lurker contained, you aren't leaving your base through your front door unless you have like a ridiculous amount of storm, and you basically storm perfectly. And that is so hard to do. Like, not even the best Protoss players in the world can do that. Like, breaking out of Lurker contains is one of the hardest things in the world to do as Protoss. And I know that Rota will sit there and say that the only thing you can really do...
Oh yeah, I forgot he also casts on SB and has the DDS Death Fate dual series.
Oh, thank you for the 100 bits again, and that's some extra information about Death Fate. But yeah, Rota says the best way of breaking out of this is gateway units and Storm. And I mean, I guess it does seem to work, but unfortunately he just doesn't have enough Storm right now, so he's not doing enough AoE. He is trading well, but you can't trade well against a Zerg player who has just a ton of bases up on you. You essentially just need to win, and win convincingly. And yeah, so the Jewel series is called the Death Fate Jewel series. That's what DDS is. I thought I saw his name recently. It's really cool there's so many like Spanish speaking casters in Brood War. Like, I know there's a lot of really high profile like Peruvian casters as well. Oh, what's the name of that guy? There's a guy who is streaming STPL in Spanish this season as well. He's called Yu. I sent him the Week 8 replays to cast. He's been casting that over on his YouTube channel. His YouTube channel. Oh man, that's such a bad pun. But there we go. Looks like we are going to have Michael pushing forward again. He's trading well, but is it efficiently enough? His upgrades, he's on 3-2. But every time he loses all his units, he's losing all of his observers, and that means he can't deal with the Lurkers. And that's painful. He's stuck in his base again. He's doing his best to try and break through, but it's so hard. Like, what do you do as Protoss here? It's so difficult. Like, you just need more Storm, and he just doesn't have it. Just look at the conga line of Lings that's coming in. Adding on some Archons right now would actually be a very good idea. There we go. Michael gives up. GG. Deathbait wins game number 3. Wins the series for StarCast. And that's going to take us into game number 4
Reporting for duty.
in a few minutes. Thank you, VIR, for the raid. Good to see you guys. You are just joining us. We're going for a break, but we are going to be having game number 4. It's going to be a TBZ when we get back after this short intermission. Hello and welcome back. We're here for game number 4, the final game of this evening, starting us off here in the 12 o'clock position in the teal, fighting for StarCast. It's And his opponent down here in the bottom right hand corner in the red, fighting for pSi. It's Kiko. Okay, so pSi are completely eliminated from the tournament for now. There is no way they can get into the playoffs. This is the final week of the group stage. If we have a look at the ranking table, obviously you guys can't see it, but I can. StarCast will need a victory here. Okay, with StarCast winning, they're going to put themselves above Naz, who need to beat IRK if they want a chance at one of the top 3 spots. But they're not going to come in position to take out Wico. Wico are guaranteed second place. Thank you, VIR, for the 100 bits, man. Yeah, pSi Storm, unfortunately, are completely eliminated. They are not going to make it into the playoffs. The 6 teams that will be in the playoffs are Red, Ash, StarCast, Naz, Wico, and IRK. IRK are going to be seeded into the grand final. Wico are going to be in second place, regardless of the outcome of this game. Naz and StarCast are all going to depend on how Naz do against IRK on Wednesday, on Friday even. Today is Wednesday. And Ash and Red are going to be playing for 4th and 5th, but they're going to be, well, 5th and 6th, but they're going to be playing against each other anyway in round 1 of the playoffs. So, regardless of what happens, we're going to get another Red versus Ash series. They're playing against each other this week as well. So they're going to be playing against each other 2 weeks in a row, which could lead some interesting mind games, but we'll have to see how it goes. Now it is a TBZ. I know this is kind of the fan favorite matchup. We do have a double expansion coming up from up here in the 12 o'clock position. It is Triathlon, which is a pretty fun map to play and a pretty fun map to watch as well. We've had some good games this season here. I know I've not been showing as much of the stats stuff off, but we do have a 13cc coming up with a wall in as well. It's weird that Kiko chose to take this base and not the base in his natural, or his in-base natural. But I guess against mutas, this is a little bit easier to defend, so there we go. But yeah, we've had some good games this season. I've not been going into the stats as much, because realistically, like, the games this season have been kind of longer. Like, we've had a lot of short series, but overall, like, the games have been longer than they were in previous seasons. So I've been finishing casting, like, super late. So I've not been going through as many stats. But as we get into the playoffs, and there's only 1 game per week, I'll introduce all the players properly and everything. And it should give us a chance to have, like, players who have actually got stats playing as well. Like, sometimes, especially when people have only had 1 game, there's not really much you can talk about. But the playoffs should be good for that. I'll bring all the stats and stuff back. They have been being collected. I need to add all the game times as well, because it's been a while since I've seen those. Well, it's been a while since I've updated those, so that may take me like 15 minutes to do, but we'll get it done. And I also need to update all of the YouTube VODs and stuff like that, but we'll get there. I'd like to thank you guys for following along with the tournament since the beginning. I know that some of you guys have been watching me since I've been streaming Season 1, and that was like 3-4 years ago now. But as you can see in the Twitch chat, if you want to follow STPL, you can do so on Twitter or YouTube, and you can also follow my personal Twitter as well. But realistically, at the end of the day, I only post VR chat on there. I post VR chat and retweet funny memes, be it in Japanese or English, depending on whatever I've read. There's also this incredibly cute cat that I retweeted earlier, so I'm going to post this in Restream so you guys can have a look at it while we're getting into the game. It's a cat that got, like, it jumped in a box and then couldn't figure out how to get back out of it, and it is adorable. It reminds me of one of my cats I looked after when I was younger, and yeah, he was a bit of a klutz as well like that, so it's really, really cute. But do check out that Twitter link if you want to see a cute cat. If you don't like cats, don't say anything. If you're a dog person, I don't mind. Dogs are also okay, but if you try and attempt to say that dogs are better than cats in my stream chat, I'm timing you out. Because you're wrong. I allow all forms of opinions, but anyone who says dogs are better than cats have got no opinion it's not even an opinion, it's just wrong. That's the way I view it. Now we do have a mech build coming in from Kiko, which is kind of impressive, kind of important. It's kind of nice to see that mech in TBZ is kind of coming back into fashion again. Especially in the foreign scene, like people haven't been doing it for ages, but a lot of the TBZs I've seen recently. CMRD saying, the temptation. The temptation to troll. See, you're even admitting it. You're admitting that you want to say dogs are better than cats just to get timed out as a troll. You don't want to say it because you actually think it, right? There are probably people that think that way, but I don't know. Like, dogs are unbelievably adorable. I love dogs as well. But I definitely couldn't... I couldn't look after a dog because it's just way too much effort. Like, cats are... Like, I don't have a cat right now because eventually I do want to go to Japan for, like, an extended period. And if I've got a cat, that becomes very difficult. But, well... You know what? You know what? I'm going to do this. Just because I said... I'm not going to go back on my word here. Hold on. Timeout. Oh. Wait, hold on. How does this work? Huh? How about user duration reason? I did that and it didn't work. What? Yeah, but well, we can watch the game. You got away with it because I can't figure out how the timeout command works. And I don't want to ban you for 600 seconds, which is the default. But here we go, the Mulus flying into the main base of the Terran. This is where I need Lucky Noob, but Lucky Noob hasn't turned up today. Despite the fact there's been like more Zergs than like ever before, Lucky Noob isn't here. Like, what's up with that? What does Lucky Noob think he's doing? Like, he's my #1 mod. He's my #1 mod, man. I really want to know why I can't do the timeout command, by the way. Have I, like, put an extra space in? Like, I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, I give up. The Mulus are flying over. Flying over to the main, there is a load of Goliaths here though. They do have Charon boosters, at least they should have by now. Looks like wanted a PP. Looks like everything is back to normal. Hopefully that doesn't bug out the replay. Whole thing, we're here for StarCraft and not cats. Speak for yourself. Why not both? It's that meme of like the little girl from, I don't know what it's from, but I think it's like a commercial or something. And she's like, I think it's in Spanish, it's like a Spanish commercial, and she's like, why not both? I don't know what it is in like Spanish, but there we go. I don't even know what that commercial's for, it's just like such an old meme though. Okay, it looks like we are going to have the lurker eggs getting taken down. It's going to make building units out of this hatchery something that's actually possible to do. Queen's Nest is already done. Whoa, Queen's Nest and no hive. We're going for Queens against we're going for Queens against Mech here. That's actually kind of cool. Elephants are pretty damn cool. Camels are also cool as well. I may or may not be completely, what's it called? Influenced by AoE 4, but elephants and camels are cool. E45 saying platypus forever. Platypus, that's a pretty good animal. A good animal, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why does it exist? But it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Weird duck beaver thing. It's just strange. Like what happened genetically to make the platypus happen? Like, I'd love to know. I need to find out. Is there someone done like a study about that? Like whether what the origin of the platypus is? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. Hakaloko thinks Sloth is OP. Sloths are unbelievably adorable, and I find it so funny that literally the only reason why they never died out is where they evolved, there was no predators. Like, nothing attacks them, so they just live chill lives. Like, I'm jealous. I'm jealous, man. That's a cool life to live. You don't have to do anything. You just literally climb up and down trees very, very slowly and hang there all day. You get your food, you eat it slowly. You climb to the bottom of the tree, you do your business, and then you get back up, and then you just chill, man. And you're so chill that you move so slowly that literally humans will go out of the way to help you. Like, I saw this cool, like, really cute video of a sloth that was basically trying to cross a road. And literally, the cars stopped, lifted the sloth up, and went and put it in the tree for him. Like, that sloth knew what it was doing, man. It got a free ride. It didn't even have to pay. Like, it just got into his tree again without having to move. Like, that's ultimate laziness right there. Yeah, we do have a lot of queens coming in at the very least. We do have +1 carapace as well. Hiding the queens in the top left is actually very good because it means it's very unlikely they'll get scanned. We still don't have an evolution lair coming in though, so if he does scan the queen's lair or queen's nest, he should be able to tell. There is a lot of queens here though. This is 3 queens, 4 queens, 11 queens. 11 queens right now. That's quite a lot. That's going to be a lot of broodling when he does choose to go in and attack. Now, unlike a lot of Terrans at this point, Kiko doesn't have that many siege tanks. If he just had a ton of Hydras right now, he could push and bust. Like, he's got that many. It looks like the mutas never actually took out the eggs. They finally killed the Arbiter, but there we go. Looks like the eggs are finally getting taken down. Now, is actually giving Kiko a lot of breathing room. So is able to, Kiko is able to build whatever he wants. A lot of engineering base being built at the front for scouting for his tanks. He can also, oh wait, he's going to cover his tanks up as well, so he can't get broodlinged. He must have scanned the Queen's Nest. Now looks like we are going to have some of the queens moving forward. They are full energy, but they've not got the energy upgrade, so not going to be able to do too much. Now the queen energy, could it come in handy? Very possible. Kiko never actually took his free natural, so he does have a possible 4th base with a gas. This is a very low gas base, so for meching Terran, it's actually pretty garbage. It's also hard to defend, but you will be able to defend this base down here by defending here, so it's not too bad. I know I just said it was garbage, but there we go. 2 carapace on ground, 1 carapace on air. Do we have any, we don't have any, do we have any Ling upgrades coming or something? Is he going into Ultras? We've got no speed vultures running around. He gets a drone and runs away. There we go. So many, oh, he's got a queen energy upgrade now. 2 carapace on air as well, it's going to make them even better. Oh, looks like he's going to come in from behind the engineering bay. Is not in position to defend his tanks just yet. But there is a science vessel here which does have enough for 1 EMP. A scan on top of the queens. He does know that there are a lot of queens flying around the middle of the map right now. Now, a ton of Hydras kind of building up here. No +1 attack yet, which is kind of strange. Just going mass carapace upgrades. We do have a Defiler Mound finally coming in. We do have double Evolution Chamber coming in behind this as well. +1 attack just about to finish. These Lurker Eggs finally killed. We do have a scan coming in immediately on top of the Defiler Mound and the triple Evo now, but Kiko is going to be feeling the pressure a little bit. He is going to be able to turtle up as much as he wants. The engineering bays are not covering the tanks, so they're not doing the job they need to be doing right now. But it looks like the Vulture is going to go down in the middle of the map again. A 5th base, or 4th base coming up down here. We do have a base in the bottom left here by him as well, but he doesn't have the ability to kill the eggs down here just yet, so not going to be the best. Okay, let's see how many broodlings we get. Okay, it looks like we do have, oh my god, vessel coming out, vessel coming out, vessel coming out, EMP, massive EMP hitting so many of those queens. Oh my god, that was diabolical by Kiko to have those all get EMP'd at once. He is trying to come in from the side, but I don't think he should push now. I don't think he's going to be able to get enough. He does get 2 broodlings. There we go, but that was a clutch EMP if you've ever seen one. There are still a lot of queens up here in the top left. Oh no, they're all overlords, so yeah, he lost most of his queen energy there. He's got queens kind of all over the place right now, so he does need to be careful. Now he can starve out the Terran, but look at this, Kiko feeling a little bit better. He knows he's EMP'd a ton of queens, so that his tanks are going to be a little bit stronger as he moves forward across the map. 2-1 upgrades are done for our Terrans. Some Overlords getting taken down. Let's check the upgrades in the main. 3-2 not coming in just yet. That's a bit of a mistake from Kiko here. But he is quite low on gas, where he only really has 3 gas bases. Taking the gas immediately over here. He should take this other main, or the other natural. He needs to take this base. It's low gas, but it's still better than not having it. Hydra's going to be coming in from behind. Not enough energy. Something is trying to... oh, I think he's going for some broodling again. There we go. Going to get another 2. The... yeah, that didn't go too well for again. So Kiko is looking in a very strong position. Slowly moving up. His bank is getting bigger and bigger. Now, there's a lot of Hydras here, but they're going to find it hard to get out of the base. Now, let's see how this is going to go. Nice D-Matrix on that front tank. Going to make it a little bit harder for the Lings to break through. The Hydra... Let me try that again. The Goliath's doing a very, very good job holding onto these tanks as well. No more reinforcements, though, from Kiko heading up. So this is a relatively small army pushing forward. I mean, if just brings his entire army, I think you just crush this. But it's rough. It's tough to do that against such a strong Terran army. 3-1 upgrades are done. The reason why I didn't have 3-2 coming on was +3 attack finish while I wasn't looking. But it looks like we are going to have good amount of Swarm coming in from the left-hand side. But Swarm doesn't really help against tanks when all the Hydras are clumped up. They do take the splash damage. And Kiko is in a winning position right now, but there's so many Defilers. There's still so many Queens. Another 2 Broodlings come in at the back. The tank at the back, or tank at the front, does lose its defense matrix. Bases coming up all over the place here for Zerg, though. And it looks like the base in the middle is going to get taken down, but we do have another Broodling coming in. But he should run this away, or at least parasite the vessel. He doesn't want to be losing the Queens with 100 energy. That's very close to another Broodling, and he's going to lose it. There we go. Does go down. Oh, mine going off on the Hydras that just spawned. Some Mulus coming in to help defend against this. There's only 2 Goliaths. And he does have +2 Carapace, so even with +3 attack, his Mulus are going to be in a good spot. But if he sits on top of a Radiated... Okay, yeah, he sat on top of a Radiated Mulus. Is like kind of not throwing it. But he is in big trouble right now. Kiko is looking very, very strong in this game. And it looks like Kiko are going to go... Oh, sorry, pSi are going to go out with a bang in this this season. Because this is such a good game by Kiko. Mines getting the... Oh my god, Mines and tanks getting the Lurkers before they can go underground. 2 Lurkers on the Swarm, though. If he targets the back one, he can kill the front one. But it's so hard to do. It's so hard to realize to do that. Queen's coming in again. Another 2 Broodling. Not going to help out too much. There's so many tanks up here. We do have a Vulture over here with 4 kills. Did kill some of the drones over here in the other base. Yeah, I think Kiko has won this game. Now he gets another one of the Defilers. We have another Swarm coming up, essentially making it impossible to see what's going on. Another Defiler coming forward. Another 2 Broodlings coming in. Another 3, actually. I wonder what the Broodling count at the end of this game would be. A Radiate going down on top of one of the Queens there. It does have enough energy for almost another Broodling, so very unfortunate timing. Another Broodling coming in. Is slowly killing all of Kiko's army out the front. Kiko not doing a very good job of reinforcing this, but now with reinforcements coming up from the bottom, we do have SCVs here as well, which should be able to help build some turrets to help keep this alive. But there's not enough Goliaths to kill the Queens. Oh my god, that Queen has enough energy if he doesn't use it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Damn. We've got another Queen here with enough energy, and he's not using the Broodling. He doesn't know about it, and there we go. That's going to go down. Another 2 Mulus coming in. Vulture, a single Goliath down here, killing a lot of drones here. Well, he's only killed 2, and then the Hydras come in, but... A single tank gonna unsiege, gonna move a little bit further back, but is it gonna get Broodling? Is there enough energy for Broodling on any of these? I don't think there is. Now Kiko has taken a stronghold in the middle of the map. If he can kill this base, he can take it for his own. And he can also contain the Zerg's main, which is a pretty insane move. If he can get the Nidus Canal as well, there's going to be no way of reinforcing this. Kiko splitting up his army pretty well. Goliath's coming over where all of the queens are. Going to be able to take some of those down. I think this is a slow death here for because I don't think can kind of come back from this. But it's tough. It's hard to tell. There's Hydras down here that can't even get out of the base because he never killed the eggs. That's a little bit unfortunate. Still doing his best to try and hold on. It is 2-3 upgrades. But it's 2-3 upgrades against 3-2 mech. And 3-2 mech is pretty strong against Zerg. Let's not tell a lie. This is going to be a tough game for him to be able to come back from. As long as Kiko keeps on top of his macro, keeps the Zerg down, he should be able to win the game. But it is still possible for him to come back here. It's going to be tough. But Kiko is running out of bases. His main is almost mined out. He's only just now taking his other natural, which can get dropped very easily. His natural is completely mined out. His third base is mined out. His bottom base is kind of healthy at the moment, but will go down eventually. And if can hold on to this bottom left-hand side of the map, he is going to eventually be able to starve out Kiko. Even though Kiko is kind of stuck in his base, or Kiko is in his base right now. Now we do have another Nidus coming in. Obviously the Nidus did get taken down here. This is what died. Like, getting his units from one side of the map to the other is going to be key here for him. If he can do that, he can circumvent the Terran army and make something happen. If anything, he should probably look at trying to get his units out of here. Even killing the eggs down here and going for a counter would be pretty good. Oh, the Lurker got underground, so now it can't die. I don't think we're going to see any sick micro to kill that because they're a little bit busy trying to push up into the main base. If he was able to micro this, then that would be insane. Oh my god, he nearly loses all 3 tanks to a single Lurker. The SCV did go down, but we do have him focusing on his push into the main. If he can kill the Hive and all the tech, then this game is 100% done. He still has to worry about the units over here on the left. Did he? Oh, he didn't kill the Lurker, okay. He did kill the Gas though. Gas starving the Zerg is definitely the way to win. We did have a drop down here, but a lot of the SCVs did run away. Tanks did get in to come and try and defend it as well. Now, Mulus is going to kill all of these tanks, which is a little bit unfortunate for Kiko. Because the Nidus should be coming up soon. I think one of these buildings is going to be the Nidus. Yeah, the Nidus coming up in the other natural. The main is going to go down, the Defiler Mound not being focused, but I guess he is just going to kill all of this eventually anyway. Vessel coming forward, trying to find the Defiler to irradiate, gets it. Oh my god, and it's erasing the drones. What? Why? What? Why did he consume the drones? What was that? Did he plan on like doing a last minute swarm, but against what? I'm so confused. He does have nearly enough. What? Does he have enough for 2? Wait, is it 150 for a thing, or is it 125 for a broodling? Oh, it's 150. Okay. Yeah, if it was 125, it may be a little bit better. But there we go. Gets one of the tanks. Honestly, broodling, yeah, he gets one of the Goliaths as well. Meanwhile, the Queen gets... oh my god, just use the Queen. Oh, he's too late now. He parasites, but he could have got a broodling. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but there's actually a big drop coming in over here on the right-hand side. This is a desperation move by him. He needs to make something happen. He's taken his opponent's natural. He is getting a lot of the... he's getting a lot of the hatchery. Not the hatcheries, he's getting a lot of the supply depots. And this is the kind of move he needs to make to get back in the game. This can be infested. We do have Kiko taking this base over here. Kiko has killed the main. He is going in here to kill the Queen's Nest and the Spire, but they will have been rebuilt down here anyway. He did lose the Hive, so he's not going to be able to rebuild any Hive Tech units until he rebuilds the Hive again. But he does, of course, have the Defiler Mound, which is the important one. The drop is being cleaned up in the bottom right hand corner, but he's still going. He's still doing damage. Now, Kiko did scan. He scanned his natural, so he knows that he has to go and kill it. There is still... Oh my god, he's going to lose the starport to a single Ling. Is that Ling going to kill the starport? Is that seriously what we're going to see? He is going to kill the hatchery up here. Now, is basically rotating around the map. Looks like the Ling did not get killed, but it didn't kill the starport either, so... That's at least one bonus here for our Terran player. Yeah, like, is essentially, for all intents and purposes, dead. But he is just playing pop-up Zerg right now. He's running around the map. He's making sure to defend his ramp by putting a lurker egg there so Goliath can't run up. This is a very weird game, so it's kind of, like, even though I would say it's almost guaranteed that Kiko wins, this game is so unbelievably weird that could come back with great drops. It's going to be tough, though. Look at the amount of missile turrets he's building up over here. Like, what? I don't even know why he'd bother doing this. Like, there's not going to be anything coming in from that angle. Like, he could expand to his opponent's natural, but there's not really enough minerals to kind of make it worth it. He needs to kill this base. Now, Kiko goes for a scan. He scans the high ground here to see what's up here. He does get the lurker, and it is irradiating his hydras. So, that's value. Rather than kill the eggs, he's just killing the base first, then killing the eggs afterwards. Here we go, it does get through. I mean, I can't see a reality. Like, Doctor Strange has looked at millions of realities, but I don't think there's one where can win this game. But I never like to say the game is over before it's done, because you never know what's going to happen in a Brood War game. Does have his hive tech units that he needs. He's got possible drop coming down here in the bottom middle. I think he dropped and it failed. There's a lot of tanks here defending, so I mean that should realistically be all that the cookie crumbled. But yeah, looks like we are getting a command center. But I don't know why he'd build a command center here. There's a drop. Is he gonna try and expand to his natural again? Oh my god, he is. He's gonna take his natural back. There's no units up here anymore, so why not, right? Now we do have an engagement going down here. Swarm, obviously very powerful. Lurker Egg getting taken down before it can morph though. Hatchery is going to go down again. And I think that this game is done. The Hydras could kill the command center. There is more Hydras in here, but he's still not broken his way through, so that's not going to be able to do anything. Queen getting taken down by Goliath in the middle of the map here. Let's see if he goes for a cut. Well, goes for a single. Oh, he goes for another couple of... Wait. Oh, it died before it hit, so it didn't go off. But this tank has 31 kills. 31 kills, 11, 11, 19. This is like the elite squad of tanks, right? This is crazy. That's so many kills between them. Like, what the hell? And it just keeps going. They were so elite, Broodling didn't kill the tank. That's how good they are. But it looks like another irradiate on the vessel. He's going to be able to irradiate the queen as well, so that's going to be another caster that he's going to lose. Base on the right hand side is going to mine out. Kiko still hasn't taken his own natural, so he's still got that base going for him. There is a nice drop coming into this base. Oh my god, if he infests this, he's worried about infest, so he's immediately repairing it. He knows he can't really afford to lose the command center. Yeah, looks like this base is completely fine. Oh my god, has some of the elite tanks been killed? No, they're still over here, good. I mean, is staying in this game for as long as he possibly can. But he is on borrowed time right about now. Like, he's not even fully mining this base, he needs another drone. We do have a scan, he knows that this base is coming up. Do we have any dropships coming in? Yeah, we do have a dropship now. If he just drops, like, how do you defend this? Now, here we go, another vessel coming in. He irradiates the drone, like he doesn't bring another vessel and does an eraser trick. There's still Hydra stuck down here, which can't really do anything. He is trying to push through the eggs as well, which will kill that base. Yeah, but doesn't want to give up. He doesn't want to be the loss on his team. But yeah, this is definitely a loss for him. This is a really good win for Kiko as well. Kiko should be very proud of how he played this game because he played so well. He played Mech Terran perfectly. Now, the elite squad of tanks have been played and now they may die. And if they die, I'm gonna be sad. Maybe that's what he's staying in the game for. He's like, I've got to kill that 40 kill tank. Wait, what? No, keep the tanks alive. Oh, 37 kills. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Is the tank... Oh, the tanks are gonna go down. No, 18, 10... Oh my god, the D-Matrix. No, they all die. Oh my god, the elite squadron of tanks go down. But yeah, Kiko played this very, very well. Now, funnily enough, those Hydras are still stuck, and they're actually getting killed by a single Goliath. It can just about range when it gets in range. But yeah, this game is done. We've got an Eraser trick coming in as well. GG! Taps out, and Kiko wins the Game of Pride, the final game of the season for pSi, and takes the series 1-3. Okay, so that is going to be it for today. It was a 3-1 victory for StarCast in the end, with Kiko obviously getting the final win, and a very good win that was as well. It was a 30-minute game, so the cast went on a little bit longer than I was expecting it to, but it's all good. We had fun. Thank you everyone for tuning in. It's been a great evening. I am going to show the tables, because that's going to be incredibly important to look at. So let's head on over to this screen for a second as I reload everything. Just double check I definitely added it all to the database. It did. If we close this as well and restart it, we're going to head on over to the rankings. We've only got two series left of the season 5 round robin. This is the standings at the end of that all. One of the series next week is, well, one of the series on Friday is Red versus Ash. That's going to decide their position between each other. But at the end of the day, it doesn't actually matter. Because, no, I think they're going to be 4-4. Yeah, I think they're going to be 4-4. And then... Ah, no, if Red can beat Ash 4-0, they can go ahead of them. But they're still going to be playing against each other in the playoffs. The important match is going to be Naz versus IRK. So far, IRK have not been beaten once throughout the entire tournament. They are incredibly strong. The invincible IRK this season. They only lost 2 games. They have literally done as well as Seoul have so far in the STPL. Like, this is their season. They are definitely the team to beat when it comes to the final. But IRK very, very strong, of course. And Naz are going to be fighting them. Now, Naz are currently 1 win behind StarCast and Wico. They are guaranteed at least the 4th spot in the playoffs. In round 3, I think it is. But if they can beat IRK, they will put themselves above StarCast. Now, if they can get above StarCast, they are going to be immediately seeded into the quarterfinals, with Wico being in the semifinals and then IRK being in the finals. So, thank you once again for everyone tuning in. Thank you to our sponsors, Esport Fund and Maturino. If you want to help fund the STPL and help towards our prize pool, please hit the Maturino link in chat. You can't click the claim code button anymore because they've all been used, but you can put your money safely and securely in the Maturino prize pool. And it's been a great cast. Well, I'm saying that I've had fun doing it. I've enjoyed speaking to you guys in chat. So thank you again for tuning in, and I will see you guys on Friday at 2100 CET. And ZMRD, it was Kiko that won the final game, but StarCast won overall. I will see you guys on Friday. Have a good evening. If you're watching this, you're watching the STPL. Hopefully, you've been enjoying what you've seen so far. If you want to help me make more STPL content to bring more tournaments to you, please support us on Patreon, which you can find up here. And also, there's so many different things you can get through Patreon. One of the main and one of the easiest ones to get is, of course, access to all of the replays of the STPL so far. We've had some amazing games, such as some of the games you can see just over here.